What up, everybody? This is AK87, and this is DCNDOLO, and we're back with another movie review. So I just got back from seeing the movie Intruder that stars Dennis Quaid. I personally, the first thing that comes to my mind with Dennis Quaid is he's the father in The Parent Trap. He was also in The Polar Express as a head coach, and also stars Michael Ealy. Y'all probably remember him the most from the barbershop, the one that the with Howard had the headbands and was kind of going back and forth arguing with Eve. Also says Megan Good and another name Joseph Sikora. You probably don't remember that name, but basically he's Tommy from Power, and that's pretty much how I looked at him, as Tommy from Power. The way this movie, basically the premise of this movie is, you have this black couple, which is Michael Ealy and Megan Good. They purchased this new house from this old white man. The white man would be Dennis Quaid. Daniel. Anyways, from Dennis Quaid, and so he sells the house. They're moving in because they're moving up because he's starting a company, and basically they're moving from the city to the country. And what it will end up showing is that Dennis Quaid throughout the film is almost like he keeps popping up, showing up at the house. Like when they went, like one time he showed up mowing the lawn. Another one where is they were having a Thanksgiving dinner, and they wanted to try to do some change to the house, and he didn't like that. So it was around basically, the premise of he's coming up. I'm trying not to spoil it for you guys, by the way, let y'all know that. But it's basically you can tell he wants to get his house back, and it makes you like, why'd you end up selling it? With Tommy's character, Tommy is Michael Ealy's best friend on the show, and the reason I keep saying this is Tommy from Power, because he's really acting like Tommy from Power, and it's almost as if he's being typecast, which I don't want that type of career for Joseph, but that's he being typecast. Megan Good, she looked too damn good in that movie. I mean, she's looking good. I had a crush on, or I say I've been having a crush on Megan Good since Cousin Skeeter. For y'all 90s babies, y'all probably don't know what Cousin Skeeter is, but hey, that was a show back in the day. But what I would say is, it as far as liking it, the pros, I mean, it had its, it's like, it felt like a comedy to me instead of a thriller. I know it's a thriller, but it was so many cliches in the film that it almost got to the point that it was almost getting predictable. And as a moviegoer that you know that I am, I don't want to get to the point where I'm predicting every, scene. You know what I mean? And the acting, I said, but Dennis Quaid, his acting was on point. You can tell he stole the show. That's the word I'm looking for. He stole the show. And with his face mannerism and stuff like that, and Michael Ealy's, I'll say the black husband, as I'm just not saying name, I'm saying the black husband, he started getting suspicious. It took Megan, I should say, the wife, to, he's being extra friendly, and she has a sense of being gullible, where the black husband was like, hey man, this guy is sketchy, so he's trying to, figure out, what's his end game. Now, I don't want to go into spoilers, so I'll just say that's pretty much how the movie goes. I think it's more of a straight to DVD type movie. But if you do want to watch it in the theater, I suggest you watch it with the audience, because I was with the audience, and that's what makes it more entertaining. Because it's one of those. The reason I say it's almost like a comedy is you have a horror thriller movie and it has so many cliches, then you end up laughing at it. So the audience and I just end up laughing at the particular cliches. Like let's be honest, there's a black family. There's certain things that in horror films that black people just don't do. In horror that it don't make sense, and then you laugh at it. And then you gotta watch the movie to watch the facial expressions of Dennis Quaid. Basically playing a 70-year-old, in like 60-70-year-old range, because he said he's had this house for like 50 years, and I'm thinking you got at least be in your 70s then. his facial expression it's funny, and it's creepy on the cringe type thing. But if you watch it by yourself, you might, in a quiet theater, you might not like it. But I say watch other people, and then when you're around other people that like people in the audience, they're laughing like, why would you do that? Why would you say that? Why would you go in that room? Why would you do stuff like that? So I would say watch with other people, or that it's a Netflix and chill type, movie. I wouldn't. It depends. For me, I'm a movie. I like suspense, but I don't like it being predictable. Maybe maybe it won't be predictable for you, because for me, I watch movies all the time, and if it's a storyline that I've pretty much seen, which is kind of was in this film, I almost kind of could predict the ending, and so I would give it, if you want to look at it as a straight horror film, I give it 1 star out of 5 stars. But if you're coming in there like, hey, this is gonna be cliche, and then end up become a horror comedy, I give it 3.5 stars. For the acting, you can tell. Okay, it's one thing, the music. In the music, they would throw some R&B and hip hop and different scenes. Like you'll have a score, the the cinema score. Not the rating, but the theatrical orchestra music. I'll put it like that, where you you get the suspense, you get the music, and then it gets all tense, and then boom, it goes straight into hip hop. Especially with the very last scene in the movie, it goes straight into hip hop during the credits. So I think they should have they were a little bit spotted when they put the musical selections, but overall, I wouldn't rate it as one of the best films of the year. I wouldn't rate it as the worst film of the year. I'll just say, it's a good time, if you don't, if you just want to go see a movie with an audience. I was just, if you want to wait till late, weeks down the line, I say wait till Netflix and chill. But if you go now with the audience, and the audience will get you into it. You'll end up laughing at what you're seeing. So, again, this is AK87. This is DCNDOLO. This is my movie review. I give it. I'll give it a generous 3 stars. 3 stars out of 5. Megan good, looking good. Dennis Quaid acting was phenomenal. And that's it. Peace.